Hi, my name is Michael Nunneley. Welcome to Coffee Time. Today I wanted to do a little segment called The Philosophy of Comics. It's something I've been doing in a writing fashion for quite a while. I did it for a couple of different magazines before even doing it in my own magazine. I just think it's a great way to look at comics from an analytical point of view with a philosophical bent to it. What I want to talk about today is Daredevil. Now, Daredevil is clearly an awesome character, especially in the hands of Frank Miller. Like, that Daredevil became the awesome, top 10 favorite heroes character for me in the hands of Frank Miller. What I want to talk about today is actually a dispute with the title. Not Daredevil, but with the moniker The Man Without Fear. I want to protest that on a very technical but still philosophical point. And that is, Daredevil is not the man without fear, but the man who has conquered fear. There's a huge difference. Daredevil is afraid of a lot of things. Daredevil is afraid of letting his loved ones and his friends down. He's afraid of letting his partners down. He's afraid of not being able to really make a difference in the city he's in. He's a Catholic, so part of him is afraid of hell, and he has religious concerns, and there is a lot that that Matt Murdock is afraid of, and I think that the to have that as his moniker, the slogan, the man without fear. I think that actually takes away some of the awesomeness of Daredevil. I mean, the whole thing that makes Daredevil awesome is not his powers. It's that he is full on handicapped, that he has these issues, and yet he is still, despite his fear, despite his struggles he has to get through, despite his difficulties in doing it, he is still out there doing something super with himself. He is out there under the guise of Daredevil making a difference, and not just as Daredevil, also as Matt Murdock, as a lawyer. He's out there doing pro bono cases and he's making a difference all the way around. He's a lot like Superman in that sense, in that they both use both the super persona and their regular persona to try and help people, to try and defend those who can't defend themselves. But to say that Matt Murdock has no fear is completely inaccurate. As I said, he's afraid of a lot, but he has conquered those fears. I mean, imagine being a child and going blind and having all those hypersenses all of a sudden. That took a lot of effort and concentration and work to conquer that fear. And I think that it discredits the work that he put into his own personal growth to say that he's without fear. Because the basic, and here's the technical fact of it, you cannot be courageous unless you're afraid. Daredevil is by all means, by any measure, courageous. Okay, in his personal life, in his super life, he is courageous. Okay, but in order to be courageous, you cannot be courageous unless you're acting in spite of fear. Do you see what I mean? So to say that he has no fear takes away from the courage that makes Matt Murdock such an awesome character. Anyway, this was a little food for thought in coffee time. I want to suggest that we all try to be a little bit more like Murdock and not be men and women without fear, but men and women who have conquered fear. All right. Live long and prosper, guys. IDIC.